Hello, this is Mr. Doty, and I'm going to go over in this video how to complete the first part of the Unit 1, which is the Computer Essentials. And my cat is not going to leave us alone. Anyway, the first thing you need to do is to complete Chapter 1. And to complete Chapter 1, I've given you access to, under here, I've actually given you the first chapter out of the book. It might be the 2020 book, but hey, it'll work. And you can look through that information if you didn't already have your book, to complete, under assignments, the quiz. Now this here is a handout of the actual questions for the quiz. You can click on it, it's going to pop up, and there are your questions. That way you've got something that you can look at, you can go find your answers, and then you can come back and you can take the quiz. And basically all you have to do is click on here. It's going to ask you if you want to begin. You click on begin and you take the quiz. Pretty simple. When you're done with that, and just to let you know, pretty much the way this class works is most of the time I have instructions. Most of the time they're updated and correct, but sometimes stuff happens. But in general, I'm pretty sure I have all these set up right. If you don't understand the instructions, please let me know, and I'll go back and look at them. Stuff happens. I had to adjust some for this first part that could have been confusing. So anyway, there's always going to be either a helpful stuff or teaching aids or teacher aids folder that's going to have the information usually to help you do stuff. And also you're going to have an assignments folder. So let's go back, and so you're going to finish the Chapter 1 there. Then you're going to go to this Computer Essentials. And basically you've got two quizzes that you have to take. So the instructions are: gain access to Cengage Learning site through the link in the class. Complete the training for each of the sections if you need it. Now, if you're a whiz with computers and everything, you may not need it, and that's fine. It's not a problem at all. Feel free to go ahead and take the quiz, because you can take it, I think, up to 3 or 4 times. I forget how it's set up. I set it up for 3 and it gives you 1 extra somehow, but fine. But most people don't need all 4 chances or 3 chances to do it. But if you take it once and see how you do, and then you go back and you brush up on the areas that you need to check on and do better in. So I will use the highest grade. You don't have to make 100 to pass each section. It shouldn't be set up for that. At least it's not supposed to be. Take your time in completing the sections. The test and practice items can be picky because it is a lot of times drags and drops, and put things in there and move things there, or they want you to do a certain thing, and sometimes it just doesn't really work as easily as they would think it would, and that's okay. Just do the best you can. If you have issues, you're going to get help from me, or if you have a different instructor. In general, it'll be me. The part of the unit that, this part of the unit and every piece that's in the class should be completed by the due date that is posted. Now you can see the due date under my grades, and that's the one that you want to look for. There shouldn't be anything anywhere else that is going to tell you about a due date. So the other part on here is make a screenshot using the snipping tool of your grade for the assignment that you've done, so the quiz that you take. Save it as a picture file and attach it to the assignment link. Directions for creating a screenshot are located in a video below the screen print link. Well, that's what this video is going to be. Okay. You'll be completing a screen print assignment as well, yes, and the video will cover all of the assignments for this section of the class. So that's what we're going to do, and every section should have instructions like this. So once you've done your exam, then what you're going to do is basically what I would like you to do, and there's two ways you can do this. And I've already got the shortcut saved, but I'll show you where it's at. If you go down to, well, there's two different things. There's the snipping tool, which you may or may not have ever used, but some people think it's the best thing since sliced bread. I think so. It looks like oh, there it is, snipping tool right there. So this is the snipping tool, and then there's also the Snip and Sketch. So like if I click on this, it's going to pop this up and it tells you it's moving, and then it says Snip and Sketch is the next one, and I don't see it down there, but I'll show you what it looks like too. Basically it looks like this, and what you do for either one of them, if you click on this one, then what it does is it grays out your screen, and then you just make a window around whatever it is that you want to capture. So this is basically screen capture, screen print, screenshot. Those are all the same thing. So what I'm wanting you to do is I'm wanting you to save it, and what it does is it saves it as a JPEG or a GIF file, however you want to say it, PNG. I wouldn't save it as this, but JPEG's fine, PNG's fine, any of those three are fine. You know, and then you're going to save it somewhere, wherever you're going to save it, and there you go. You save it, and then you remember where you saved it, and so then you would, and this one does the same thing. You click on new, it darkens the screen, you figure out what it is you want. You can edit some things, but I'm not going to go over that right now. Basically then you're going to do the same thing, click on the little drive here, save as, and it's set to save it as a PNG, and that's fine. And name it. You can call it screen print. Well, you wouldn't call it, on this one you wouldn't call it screen print, but so you call it computer essentials, and maybe put your name or something, or initials, or the date. Managing your files, you might put that as the name, and then you save it, and then you would attach it to the link. So, and how do you do that? Well, that's pretty simple. Basically, well, this is a link, so Computer Essentials Exam. When you go there, and it says attach files, and you do browse my computer, and then see there's the instructions I just showed you. Then I would go find where I saved that, wherever it is. I don't even remember what I called it, but whatever the picture file was, and I would attach it there, and then I would click on submit, and then it would show that you have a it would show what you uploaded, and boom, you've turned it in. So what I want you to do is I want you to do a screenshot of your quiz that you take, not the one for chapter 1, but the ones that you do on Cengage. Now that I've showed you that, let me show you the print screen real quick, and then we'll go look at Cengage. So for the print screen, basically what I want you to do is I want you to open up a Word document, a blank document like so, and I want you to paste whatever it was that you did a screen print of. And you can do anything on this one. This one is random. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all what you put on here, as long as it's not inappropriate, we're good. Basically, I do want it on a Word document. Like, but you showed us how to save it as a picture file. It's like, yes, but I'm just showing you some different ways you can use this. So basically, when you do the snip or the snip and sketch, it puts it in memory, and you can paste it onto a blank canvas, basically like a Word document. You could insert it into an Excel file, publisher, or pretty much anything that you can paste. Even an email, you can paste it into your email that you're sending. So there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do with this. So basically, I want you to be able to paste this onto here, and what I used to have you do many moons ago is I would have you go up here in the header that you may or may not know how to use and put your name and stuff. But I'm not worried about that. All I want is you to paste a snip onto the paper here on Word and save it. Wherever save is, that's print. Apparently I don't have save on there. Yeah, I do. Apparently. Oh, it's right there. Duh. So anyway, and then wherever I was going to save it, I guess we'll just say that we're going to save it there, and I would give it a name and call it like print screen and hit save. And then we play the Jeopardy song and wait for it to do its thing, because this is OneDrive and it takes a bit. So there you go. Now I've saved it. Then I would come back here. I would go to my print screen assignment link here, and that's where I would go and browse my computer, click on print screen, hit open, and then I would hit submit. Now I can't submit because I'm not a student. Now when you go to submit, what will happen is it will show that you actually loaded something up there, that you attached something. It'll be there if it worked. And then on this side over here, it'll say OK or create new submission. And that would be like if you need to turn something in a second time, then that's where you'll go back to the assignment link and do that. So I'm going to cancel out because fail. Oh my. Oh well. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, so let's go back here. So what I need you to do is to be able to get to this Cengage online content. Now, the first time you do this, it's going to go to a second page and it says launch, and it has a little checkbox that says that you can either turn it off or on, don't have to go to it again. I've already done that. And then it's going to try to go to Cengage. And what's going to happen is it's probably going to be blocked. It's a pop-up, I guess, is what it considers it. And hopefully up here or over here next to this, yeah. So this is where you're going to go. You're going to click on that little thing there, and you're going to go pop-ups and redirects, and you're going to hit allow. And it's just for this site, because this is the site. It actually goes through elearning.kctcs.edu, and so that's what you're needing to say, hey, it's okay, let this thing come up and it'll work. So you're going to click on there and do that. And if you're using Firefox, it should be over here. It may be, I don't remember if it's over here or not. I haven't used Firefox in forever, but it'll be there. Internet Explorer, I think it does that. Just don't use Edge. I'm sorry, Edge just does not really seem to play well, especially with uploading files, downloading files. It's just doesn't work really well, and that's okay. It's just different. It's not wrong. It's just different. I haven't had any luck as far as with students, so I don't use it. I use Google and go from there. So anyway, moving along, we're going to go there. It's going to launch, and what you're going to get when you come up, it's going to have you log in. Now, if you've taken a Cengage class before, or a class that has Cengage in it, then it's going to it'll be easy for you because you just use your same login and password that you use for it. And if you don't remember what it is, then you can have them send that information to you. You know, forgot password, forgot username, whatever. You know, if you don't have an account, then you just create one and follow the instructions, verify it, whatever you need to do, and then it should let you in. If it doesn't let you in, then you need to let me know. So basically that's kind of how that works. So once you're here, what you want to do is, well, for one thing, if you ever just need to look at the book, here is the book, the digital book right here. That's what you pay the $80 or $68 or whatever it is. I think it's $80. The fee for the class is for this guy. So you don't need a physical book for the Cengage part. Now you do need the CAD book, you know, the engineering one for 2020 or 2021 or whatever year it is. You need that one for sure in a hard copy so we can go through it. But this one you don't, unless you just want a hard copy of it, and then, you know, they'll sell you a hard copy for like 40 bucks or something. I don't know. Anyway, but the book's here. You can click on it there, or there are links in other spots for it. So the main thing is welcome to your course. There are some getting started resources that you can look at from MindTap and Sam. Getting started with file management. That is the first assignment. This right here counts towards grade. Boom. This is the exam that you want to take. This is practice. This is the module that's in the book right here. So if I click on that, it's going to go to the book. It's going to go to that part in the book, hopefully. And there you go. And then this is what's in the book. I'll click out of there. This is some training where you can go through and do little modules of things to learn about file management. The next thing would be to take this quiz here, and when you're done with it, you need to do a screenshot using a snip or the Snip and Sketch, whichever. So you go new, and then when your score pops up, then you would just do a screenshot of it. You would save it as whatever. You know, obviously it would be file management, sorry. File management, hit save, right? And then I would go back over here, oops, I was there. Go up to your content, then you go back to Unit 1, and you go to your Computer Essentials, and then you would click on the Managing Your Files, which actually needs to be up here. And then you would add that file to it and turn it in. So this kills two birds with one stone. It shows you how to do print screens and helps you understand how that works and how you can use the snipping tool and the Snip and Sketch tool to do all kinds of really cool stuff. In fact, I grade a lot of your assignments that way and mark them up, because it just sometimes it's easier to circle something and then give you a little readout on what it was. You kind of go from there. Alright, so that's the first one. Alright, then I left these on here, the Getting Started with Microsoft Office Online and OneDrive. Hopefully you know how to download Office onto your computer. If you're not sure, then we can go over that too. That's actually pretty simple, and I'll probably hit that real quick while I'm on here. The next part that you're going to do is the Technology for Success, and basically there are 14 parts. You don't necessarily have to read all 14 parts, but this guy right here is the post-assessment. Now, I had the pre-test on there at some point. I must have taken it off. But Guess not. Well, anyway, each of the modules has some different things that you can do, has practice, has a review that you can do. I thought we had the review for the whole thing. Oh well. So basically you're going to take the post assessment and see how you did, and if you did well enough to be happy with it, then you do a screenshot of it with the snipping tool or the Snip and Sketch, and you turn it in. And that's this part right here. That's all you need to do for this part. And let's see. Right, so that should take care of what we need for this part of the class, and I'll make another video showing you how to set up the Word, and we can kind of go from there. So I hope this was helpful, and we will do our best to get you through this class and make things work. So you take care and have fun, and we'll see you on the next video.